him.
I think Reynolds is on holiday in Isla Grande. That's my theory.
Queen Charlotte's ever royal right-hand man, Brimsley, gets a love story of its own in the past with the king's right man, Reynolds. But in the present day, we don't see or hear about Reynolds, sparking plenty of theories about what happened to Reynolds in the intervening decades. In this TV miniseries talking about Queen Charlotte from episode 1 to 6, it seems like Brimsley and Reynolds are planning on at least attempting a life together, or as much as one they can have in that era and in their position, when it looks like George and Charlotte have reconciled and planning to stay together in the same palace. Brimsley and Reynolds share a sweet scene in a bath where they talk about how their roles could actually allow them to have a lifetime together in the present day timeline. However, Reynolds is nowhere to be seen. When Queen Charlotte actually asked Brimsley in one of the episodes whether he actually had a family, he sidestepped the question by pointing out how his entire life has been dedicated to serving her. Later, he was seen dancing alone in Palace Garden, intercut with flashbacks of him dancing in the same spot with Reynolds. While theories abounded about what Reynolds' absence from present-day scenes means, some have theorized that the pair did not manage to stay together and that Reynolds is simply living with the king again in his old age, just like in the past. Other theories suggested that Reynolds had perhaps died before the present-day events of the show, while still others wondered if the below-stairs romance didn't last after all. Well, actor talking about Wood Sachs, the person that actually played the character of older Brimsley, actually let us know, and he revealed the truth in an interview of his saying that it turns out that there was originally a clearer answer, but the scenes wouldn't wound up in the cutting room floor. According to the actor, he said, and I quote, that there was a scene that they didn't even film because it was just even removed from the entire series, where he, the actor, older Brimsley, was going to meet the older Reynolds. And he was the love of his life, and for whatever reasons they could not stay together. So when they would pass each other in the pathways and the deleted scenes, it wasn't a toxic moment because the world they inhabited, it would still be a hangable offense to be a GAY, and it was just not possible. People also do ask, between Queen Charlotte and King George, who died first? Well, Queen Charlotte died before King George, and the cause of Queen Charlotte's death is pneumonia. Queen Charlotte died in her bedroom in Kew Palace on 17th November 1818. She was 74 years old. The Queen has been suffering from a condition called dropsy, which causes swelling and pain. While recovering at Kew, she caught pneumonia and she died. And people also believe that maybe Queen Charlotte actually did not love King George. Maybe she just actually have to stay in the marriage simply because he is king and also he is very rich. Alas, that is not true, because Queen Charlotte and King George were truly in love. When Queen Charlotte and King George were apart, Queen Charlotte always write letter to King George, and she always sign it by saying, "Your very affectionate friend and wife, Charlotte." Although it's likely their relationship suffered when the king grew deeply mentally ill, she never turned her back on him. Fans and viewers also wonders why King George preferred Charlotte. Well, when King George ascended the throne, he was unmarried, and finding a wife became one of his first order of business. As a result, his marriage to Charlotte was largely arranged by his mother, and Charlotte was chosen mostly because she was a princess and also a Protestant. Did Queen Charlotte actually has any illegitimate children? Queen Charlotte did not have any illegitimate children. Rather, her children had illegitimate children. That's by saying that Queen Charlotte actually had illegitimate grandchildren. Prince Augustus was Queen Charlotte and King George's fifth son and ninth child. He secretly married Lady Augusta Murray in 1793 in Rome and then in London. Although the marriage was never approved and was eventually annulled, the couple actually had 2 illegitimate children. People often ask in all the different comment section on all the posts that has to do with the promotion of this particular movie, Queen Charlotte, and the questions they are always like, between Queen Charlotte and King George, who was first to die? How did Queen Charlotte die? And when did Queen Charlotte die? And also, where did Queen Charlotte die? And also, people kept on asking what exactly happened at the relationship between Reynolds and Brimsley, because when the old Brimsley was being in play, nobody cited that old Reynolds, and hence I just have to come and do this recap, all this analysis that has to do with all the frequent questions, and I believe that you all were entertained. Of course, I know you are. Oh yeah, please just appreciate me by simply clicking on the red icon down below to subscribe to my channel, and also do endeavor to turn on the notification bell that is right beside the subscribe button for you not to miss out once I upload any entertaining and updates that has to do with this particular movie, Queen Charlotte, and also every entertaining gist that has to do with your favorite celebrities and also the housemates of Big Brother Naija, Zamzi Titan, irrespective of the season. Of course, I know you definitely don't want to miss out, so stick close to my channel and please do endeavor to copy and paste this particular video link on all your different social media platforms and tell a friend to tell a friend that if you just want to know more about the movie Queen Charlotte, that this is the best channel for you to just come and get and also be entertained. And I also encourage you to just watch this particular movie Queen Charlotte, and it is a series from episode 1 to episode 6, streaming strictly on Netflix. And go watch and enjoy, just like they will always say, Netflix and chill.